All right, welcome back. Whitlock and Wiley, Steven Jackson and Cuttino Mobley are back. Time now for a big story. Let's move to last night's draft lottery, where the New Orleans Pelicans won the Zion Williamson sweepstakes, and nobody was happier than the team's ticket office. Zion himself reportedly wanted to go to the Knicks, and today our buddy Colin Cowherd made a bold suggestion about what Zion should do next.
Zion Williamson has not been drafted yet. He does not have an agent. There's a reason for it. He can go back to Duke. I would not suggest that, but I have a plan. If I'm Zion Williamson, I do not go to New Orleans. I've seen what 7 years looks like. It's not good. I'm not doing it. I'm a generational talent. I'm not doing it.
All right, I saw this earlier today, and it stopped me in my tracks to listen. It was fascinating. I hadn't thought of it. I totally reject it. I don't think the guy could have a better opportunity. If I were Zion, I would do just the opposite. I'd go straight to New Orleans and start begging Anthony Davis to stay and play with me. I think that would be the perfect combination.
Wasting his time.
I rejected this on the surface. I wouldn't even have stopped. I would have just respect, Colin. You said your point. My point would be, it's your turn. And it's your turn without Anthony Davis or with Anthony Davis. You got to understand that he got drafted to a team, and that team is going to be constructed by whatever management can do and can't do. And it's not about what Anthony Davis is about. Like, I understand that's the outside narrative, but now you're the individual part of that. Your mindset has to be, I'm going to make this team the best as possible. It's not dysfunctional in New Orleans, as everyone is saying. They went to the playoffs twice with Anthony Davis. They won a series. Dysfunction is teams that haven't even made the playoffs in that 7-year stretch. And
Lakers.
That's one. I mean, like, if we're really going to just call dysfunction what it is, it's not the oxygen in the room. It's not the walls. It's the people. It's the management. They have different management. They have David Griffin. So if I'm Zion, I got a singular focus to get there, show that I belong in the NBA, that I am a superstar, not just hype, and then go out there and just ball, whoever's with me.
First, you just got to show you appreciate being in the NBA first.
Yeah.
You know how many people try to get in the NBA, how many jobs in the NBA? Like, the opportunity, you got to show that you're humble about that. And I think for the most part, that kid is showing he's humble about it. But you got to go to New Orleans. You can't worry about what other players are doing. And going down there and trying to tell AD, you wasting your time. AD already out the door. You see, as soon as they found out that they had the #1 pick, the first thing he did was went on social media. I still want out. That's the first thing AD did. So he wasted time. Focus on your career. Focus on you going there.
AD said this. Are you sure?
What you mean?
AD.
That's what I know it was reported.
It was reported.
It was reported, but did it come out of AD's mouth?
It came out on social media.
Gotcha.
Yeah, on his
It came out on social media.
Right.
But it came from his agent.
Yeah.
Okay, it came from his agent.
His puppet
nothing's
master.
changed.
Go ahead.
Yeah, nothing's changed. He still won out. But I'm just saying that he shouldn't go there with that on his mind.
Nah.
He should go there with being happy to be in the NBA, with an opportunity to be in a great city like New Orleans, which I love, and the people going to embrace him, and just focus on your career and stop worrying about everything else, stuff that you don't control.
New Orleans is a great city. Now, AD knows something we don't know. We haven't been there in 7 years. We're not inside the organization.
AD is not a New Orleans guy, though.
All right, he's not a New Orleans guy. But David Griffin coming, okay.
I like it.
I love David
A
Griffin.
winner.
I love David Griffin. But at the end of the day, I'm sitting here like, AD, I know he's going. So when I saw this last night, I said, oh, this is kind of like a setup. Like, they know AD gonna go, so let me give y'all the first pick. Because, you know what I mean, you're a small...
What should Zion do? What do you think of Cowherd's take that he should go back to college, not play for New Orleans?
No, you go to New Orleans, like Steven Jackson said. Go to New Orleans and figure it out. Because before Michael Jordan went to Chicago, right, like Chicago wasn't nothing. Michael Jordan goes there, now Chicago Bulls is the third winningest franchise in the NBA.
You go to college, blow that shoe out, tear your whole Achilles. It's a whole situation coming back in the draft.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not gambling that.
I agree with that. But here's why I disagree with you, Steven. Because, one, I know what Rich Paul's agenda is, to move Anthony Davis. I don't know if that's in Anthony Davis's best interest. If I'm Anthony Davis, and again, if I'm Zion Williamson, and I'm from the South, I grew up in South Carolina, I'm not afraid of being in the South, I like the South. New Orleans is a perfect situation, and if I'm Zion, I'm sorry, I don't care what Rich Paul wants or what all the speculation is, I want to get face-to-face with Anthony Davis because if I'm Zion, that's the perfect front court partner for me. A guy that can stretch the floor, a guy that, when I can't guard the post, because I would make Zion a post defender on the nights when he can't, Anthony Davis could. I think that's the perfect
You're not winning with that. You need more shooters. The way the game is now, Drew Holiday's by himself. He's by himself in the guard position. And you see these guards around the league right now, they loaded up. They got 1, 2 really good guards. Drew Holiday's, I love him. He's a great two-way player. But at the end of the day, Zion and Anthony Davis can't do. Anthony Davis get 45, 20, and 10 blocks, and he still don't win.
Yeah, they had that with Boogie. It took a while for him. Boogie and him were putting up big numbers.
And Boogie's better than Zion.
And it still wasn't adding up. Here's the thing. You, as a rookie coming in with this hype, one, you got to have a relationship with Anthony Davis, and you don't have that. You have that maybe in social media, through connections, but you got to get on that court with that guy and earn that respect. Will they have the time to do that? And then it's about
time ticking.
Yeah, like
AD 7 years.
You can't come up to a veteran like a AD and just say, I need you to stay, and have that hit somewhere where it has influence.
Yeah.
Like, you can say it, but
I only regret the shots I don't take.
I give you that.
I'll say it at the end of the day,
how far can you lean into
anything that you want to get in New York or in any of these other cities, down south, they would be so dominant and such a force in terms of Zion and Anthony Davis. Zion's bringing all of that attention and excitement with him. Whichever city he goes, the cameras and the attention are going to follow. College basketball has been dead for 15 years, and this dude brought it back to life, and you think he can't bring some attention and some excitement and all the social media buzz, whatever buzz you want, Zion can bring it naturally right there to New Orleans. If I was Zion or people close to him, I would be trying to explain that to Anthony Davis and screw what Rich Paul and all them want. It's about what's best for AD. I'm not sure if AD is really trying to do what's best for him or trying to do what his handlers say is best for him.
It would be good to see, though. I wouldn't mind saying that because the only reason we stopped talking about Boogie and AD is because Boogie got hurt for the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a week before. If we would have saw them two in the playoffs, they probably would have kept them two together.
Right.
Because they probably would have made some noise. The look, it would be good to see what that would look like.
But, Jack, that's totally different. Boogie can shoot from the outside. AD can shoot from the outside.
Yeah.
Zion can't shoot from the outside yet, 1. And 2 is the same situation with the point you just made. LeBron James is the biggest since I don't know who. And he couldn't get nobody to come to Cleveland.
Right.
New Orleans.
So New Orleans.
But if Draymond can play the 5,
small market like that.
Zion can play the 5 too. If Draymond can play the 5.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess
coming
some
up.
teams.
Le'Veon Bell hasn't even shown up to practice yet, but it looks like he's already tearing the Jets apart. We get into that next.